Hi everyone, this is Jeanette Schliger with VGA and I am here with my friend Cheri Hudson Passey. Hi Cheri.
Hey, it's so good to be here. It's good to see you.
I know, I think we first met in person, I think at the FGS conference in DC.
Yeah, in DC,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
I think
it was so much fun.
it's so I haven't seen you in a couple of years. What have you been doing? Do you have a favorite ancestor you've been working on? Like, do you even get a chance to play with your own genealogy?
Oh, not as much as I would like to. Oh, that's the frustrating thing when you're trying to teach everybody else and work on client cases. And I do repatriation for the Army. And so I've got all that stuff. But when I, I don't really have a favorite ancestor. My favorite ancestor is the one that I'm working on at the time. Do you know who I'm just delving into them? And then they're my favorite, you know, and I've got all sorts of quirky quirky ancestors, you know, people that disappear and have a second family, people that have married 2 or 3 times and have children that other people didn't know they had. I've got, you know, mysterious disappearing ancestors. I've just, so whomever I am working on at the time is my favorite.
Well, and you said like you're, busy, and I believe it because I see you everywhere. And so one of my favorite things to do is on YouTube, I like to watch your GenFriends episodes. Can you tell everyone about GenFriends? How did it get started?
It got started to the in-depth genealogists when they were out, and they started doing this little chit chat show and invited me to be a panelist and then invited me to be the host because we've been talking. Anyway, they knew I could handle the talking, right, in the interviewing. And then when they decided to close up shop, they said to me, why don't you just take over doing the show? And so I changed it to GenFriends, and the photo, that little black and white, well, brown and white photo that's on there is actually my grandmother and her best friend outside my grandmother's house. And they're just laughing and talking. And so we've just continued, and it's just like it's a genealogy chat show on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so we talk about anything. We'll get a topic and we'll talk about it, but we really like to go through the genealogy TV shows too. Like we love Relative Race. So if you love Relative Race, you need to come watch us because we will talk about each episode. And what's really fun is we get the teams to come on when they can. They can't come on until get kicked off, and we don't want them to get kicked off, but they'll come on. And we've had the producers, we've got all sorts of people come on, and we like to talk about, say, finding your roots and how you can learn from the episode, what lessons you can learn, in your own genealogy research. But we'll just take a topic and we just will invite guests on and we'll just dive into a topic. And we love it when people watch and go and subscribe. And then we love the comments and we just have a lot of fun doing it. We just have a lot of fun doing it. So I've got a panel that shows up when they can, and and then I'm always making mistakes. So if you want to watch something that's perfect, don't ever watch anything I do. If you want to watch something that's perfect, because I'm always calling people by the wrong names or forgetting to push record or whatever it might be. So I'm always making mistakes. So if you don't mind that, come over and watch us.
How often do you record an episode of GenFriends?
Usually we're every Monday night is we record. Now we'll take some time off, family things or holidays or things like that. But especially when we're doing a TV series, especially like Relative Race, because it's on every Sunday and then we talk about it on Monday and then it goes out on Wednesday. So they're not live. We just will record via Zoom, and then I get them out on Wednesdays. So they're just a lot of fun to do. And I've been told they're fun to listen to. So we hope so.
I'll be sure when I put the description for this, I'll put a link to it. So
thank you. Thank you.
Of course. And now that's not the only place where I've seen you on YouTube. I have seen you doing videos for SLIG. Can you share about that?
Yes, I'm on the SLIG committee. And my job, I'm on the marketing committee.
Oh, we should see what SLIG is.
Oh, the Salt Lake Institute for Genealogy. Yeah. So they've got all sorts of different programs. They've got virtual in the fall. They've got, when we don't have COVID, they have classes that you can go to, usually in January. And then they've got the Academy, which is for anybody, but mostly the Academy is for people that are either looking to be professional genealogists or already are genealogists, and it's just skills that you can learn. But I think that's going to be virtual from now on. But anyway, so what they've asked me to do is get a hold of the course coordinators and do a little interview, like kind of what we're doing today, so that people can think about what class, what course, especially because sometimes there's like 4 to go, right? And you can't pick one. This kind of helps people understand, get a little bit of the personality of the instructor and what's going to be happening in the class. So that's been really fun to get those done.
Okay.
And if you've gone to SLIG, I might be coming after you because I want to do some just interviews with attendees to get up on this on the SLIG site too. So that'll be fun.
So if you've gone to SLIG, message.
Let me know.
Yeah. You too could be on YouTube.
Exactly. That was a good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So is there anything else that keeps you so busy besides your client work and your lecturing? And oh my God, I just saw some of your sessions on Roots Tech.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm also on the NGS board, so I'm the vice president of societies and organizations. So that keeps me busy trying to make sure with the merge from FGS that the societies have not been forgotten, because we made a promise. And so I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with it, because it's a brand new board position. So we are trying really hard to make sure we've got good content and we are supporting our societies and organizations. So I do that, and then just secretary here, treasurer here, me a treasurer, I laughed, treasurer here, because I'm not a numbers, just little things around the community and smaller groups. So I'm pretty busy.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. As a delegate for my local society, I want to say thank you, because I have noticed, that you guys set up the forum for the societies to be able to communicate with each other, and having the Zoom delegate council meetings, so it's happening. We see it.
It's happening, and you can only, people want us to have everything done, but you can't. It's a little bit at a time. It's a process. So we are committed to working on doing more and more for our societies and organizations, and the delegates to be able to bring some of that back to their organization. So thank you. I'm glad you've enjoyed that.
Yeah, I do miss the forum a little bit, the magazine, but yeah. What can you do?
You can only do so much, but I can put a little plug in for, can we, is there something, but there is in the NGS magazine, there is a little society articles in there, so they're there.
Yeah, and all the forums are still available on the NGS site, that all the previous publications, so that, and a lot of those concepts don't age. Like when you're talking about ways to get volunteers or things like that for your society, or creating bylaws, it's all there. Yeah.
The only thing new is hybrid meetings. How are we all going to have hybrid meetings, right? So that's, but you're right. All of that is it's like a traditional wardrobe, it doesn't go.
Okay, so you're doing a presentation for VGA coming up, and it's titled "Reeling Them In with Cousin Bait: 10 Ways to Connect with Families." So can you share with us what we're going to learn in that presentation?
Sure. It's kind of a fun kind of light presentation, but we've all got family out there. Somebody's got the Bible, somebody's got photos that you've never seen before, but how do you connect with them? And so I have put together 10 ways that have worked for me. You may have used them before, but I'm hoping you'll learn some new ways to be able to, put your information out there and have somebody contact you and help you, and you can work with each other. And sometimes people get oh, these are my ancestors, and I'm not going to share my information. Yeah, they're everybody's ancestors. You can't be that way. If you want to get information, you need to connect with family. So this is 10 ways, 10 ideas that I have with examples of how they worked for me. And what I love is when people will put in the comments, this is what I've done, or I've tried your idea and this is what worked. And I've even had people email me afterwards and say, okay, I loved that idea and I did it, and this is what happened. And it just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy to hear that, because, and I always tell people, no matter what the session is, beginning to advanced, you're going to learn something. So even if you were an advanced researcher and you go to a beginning class, you're going to learn something, because everybody does some things a little bit different, and light bulbs will go off. So I'm hoping that no matter how many years that you have been researching, that you'll want to watch this and see if some light bulbs will go off about, oh, I didn't think about doing that. Maybe I can do that, or I can tweak that idea and do it just a little bit different. So I think it's going to be I think it's going to be really fun.
I know I'm excited about it. I always think about kind of what you said at the beginning when you're starting to describe it, like somebody has the family Bible, somebody
Yes.
has the photos. I always
Right.
think of it like on The Price is Right with the Plinko, and they go up and they've got the
There
disc
you go.
and it hits all the like people, and then it
Yes.
lands at one person, and that person got, you
Yeah,
know, the christening gown, and then you drop
exactly.
another puck and it goes to somebody
I
else.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And there are people that experienced, well, one quick thing I will say that I share is that I did something for my parents' anniversary and put it out on a video. And I had people, and I shared it everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And I had people contact me that knew them when they were kids and dating, because they were dating in high school, and were telling me stories that I didn't know. So even if it's not a cousin, even if it's not a family member, you might be able to find somebody who knew that person and can tell you some stories from the community. And that's so much fun.
Love it. Well, I'm super excited. I'm sure everyone else will be too. Thank you so much for doing this little
Oh,
interview for us.
so fun to see you. I'm excited. So I hope everybody will join us and learn about these ways. And like I said, share back with me. Tell me what's worked for you. And if you take an idea and use it later, let me know. I want to know what works and who you found or who found you, because this is cousin bait, right?
I love it. Thank you so much, Cheri.
Thank you.